Grab your shades and hold on tight because we're heading into the competitive courts of California. This young Bahamian is proving that talent knows no boundaries as the rising star in the world of basketball. This athlete is making waves in one of the most intense basketball environments in the world. In studio is Whitfield Ching to open up about the challenges of adjusting to a new culture, the drive behind his success, and how his Bahamian roots continue to fuel his journey on the court. Welcome to What's Trending, Whitfield.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great to see you. So let's start with the basics. What inspired you to pick up a basketball? Was there a specific moment or person that motivated you to pursue the sport?
It was actually my brother. He was a high school basketball player, and I would always be like his little brother, just following him around like his little shadow. I would just always watch him practice, and then I even had a growth spurt, and I decided, okay, well, maybe after all these years of just watching him practice, maybe it's my turn to just show him what I had after watching him. And that's what led me to picking up basketball.
You love it? I mean,
I love it. It's my passion. That's all I dream about. That's all I think about doing, and that's all I love. That's all I dream and think about.
Eat, drink, sleep, basketball.
Basketball.
Well, as a young Bahamian talent, how has your background and upbringing in the Bahamas influenced your approach to the game?
I feel like it always taught me to never be satisfied, to always remember where I came from, and to always be a hard worker. Never let anyone outwork me, and just always be a competitor when I play basketball.
Sounds like some good advice there. So moving from the Bahamas to France, then to California must have been a transition. So what was the biggest culture shock for you, both on and off the court?
Really and truly, I feel like for both countries, it was really the food. In France, it would always be a different kind of vibe, whether it be a different city you go to or just even different people you encounter. You always learn different nationalities. They would always introduce you to what they eat or their culture. And I feel like even being with California, it was just, you would always hear about the fires on TV. I was thankful to God I wasn't in the fires, but I was also there to see the smoke and to see, like, even though the people were worried about it, it wasn't close to me. Like, just seeing the different stuff that you would always see on the TV and in my own eyes, it was a good experience. I mean, I'm thankful for the opportunity that I have to go to both countries and to say that I played in both countries. So it played out well for me. I enjoyed visiting both countries, and I enjoy being in California currently.
That's nice. So it's known that European basketball is different from in America. So how did your start in Europe shape your technique?
I feel like my time in Europe really built my fundamental side of basketball, whether it be from simple stuff where most people are not used to seeing it. It was always a normal thing in Europe, and it was also way more systematic than America. And it also taught me to be a smarter player. Like, I always learned to open up for teammates, how to find my teammates, or like, it was also really, it taught me a lot of different stuff being in Europe.
And what position do you play on the court?
I'm a forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're getting up close.
Definitely, of course.
So what has been the most challenging part of adjusting to this higher level of competition you're now experiencing?
I feel like the intensity definitely picked up. It's a more physical game. I play against really high-level, well-known, nationally ranked players, so it builds me up as a person, it builds my character, but it also helps me build as a basketball player.
And what's your training routine like? How do you balance your academics with basketball and life in California?
Currently I'm in the off season right now, so I have way more time to train. I would normally go 5 to 6 days a week, 2 times a day, whether it consists of weightlifting first and then on the court, individual skill training. And then in terms of academics, I go to school every day. I devote my early morning hours before I go to the gym. And even after practice, I have time to study and do my assignments and just dedicate my time to academics.
Sounds very well balanced. Yeah. Now, basketball, of course, we know can be a roller coaster of emotions, especially the wins and losses. How do you handle it, and how do you use it to grow as a player?
Honestly, I can admit that I'm a sore loser. I hate losing. I mean, you win and you lose in basketball, but I take my losses as ways to get better. I mean, I always watch my games back, watch film to see, okay, what can I do better? How can I be a better player? What can I do in this position or this situation? So I take wins and losses as always time to learn how to get better as an individual.
And has there been a moment or a game that really stood out to you since you've been playing basketball at a high level, something that made you proud or that you were just truly, you really stood out to you?
Definitely. It was when I played an exhibition match against the Chinese national team. I had the opportunity to showcase my talents against them, and I was the leading scorer and stats leader, so I was proud about that performance.
That sounds awesome. So what's the best piece of advice you've received from a coach, a teammate, a mentor that you carry with you both on and off the court?
It's really two forms of inspiration I got. It's never how you start, it's always how you finish. I always relate to that because you may start a game bad, you may miss shots, but you have 4 quarters to finish your game. You have 4 quarters to make up for how you started. So I'd always say that always stuck with me. And then the second one is always focus on every little detail. There's always a part of your game that isn't really the best. So I feel like focusing on details in terms of your weaknesses was always my key. I would always focus on my weaknesses and not worry much about my strengths.
And what were some of your weaknesses that you found yourself improving upon?
Definitely guarding positions 1 through 5, or to be the smallest players or the biggest player. I always try to make myself more versatile, especially because of my height and my speed. So I always try to use that and relate to basketball.
What advice would you give to other younger athletes who aspire to follow in your footsteps and want to pursue their dreams internationally?
Never give up. Never feel satisfied. Don't ever feel like you did enough. Always want more for yourself. Never feel like you should be as good as someone. Always want to be better than someone else. And just always be hungry.
Well, we wish you all of the success, both in your academics and in your basketball.
Thank you very much.
Future.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.